guys. So this is a little follow-on video from the revision notes video where I've told you to make revision notes starting from now, starting from when you are actually studying for your paper. Now, just a little recap of how your revision notes should actually be. Well, you should attempt exam questions and you should have the exam questions for a particular topic fully attempted. Then after you have those exam questions fully attempted, after you see how the examiner has asked the questions on that particular topic, you're going to create about a page or two of revision notes just above there. And so before the exam, you can actually just look at these notes, look at the exam questions, and you have everything at a fingertip. Why is this so great? Because the examiners are usually quite repetitive. They ask the same things over and over again. Obviously not the same figures and these types of things, but the type of things that they ask and the concepts and the way in which they ask questions are quite similar. So it's good to know how they will ask questions, and if they're asking a particular question, the way in which they will ask them. Now, I'm actually preparing, I have a TX batch going on, so I'm actually preparing some revision notes for them. I'm going a little bit deeper than just these section C questions in terms of preparing these revision notes. So if you'd like to hear how I'm actually preparing the section A and B revision notes also for them, please stick around for the video and hit on that subscribe button, the like button, and that little notification button. So let's get into it. Now for section A and section B, we know that it is MCQ. It's great in a way that it's MCQ because everybody kind of feels like, oh, at least we'll have some sort of an answer. I don't think so. I think that MCQ is a bit of a disadvantage because it's very easy to be tricked. However, when we are using these MCQs to study or when we are using them to revise, let us use them to our advantage. What I want you to do when you are answering section A or section B questions, it's fine. Answer the question, choose the right answer, choose it. But before you look at the solutions to the questions, I want you to write down, obviously there are 4 options, you've chosen one to be the correct answer. I want you to write down next to the other 3 options why those options are incorrect. Now, the reason for writing these down is to ensure that you're sure, that your answer is the correct answer and you have revised 3 other concepts at the same time of doing one question. You did a question, you chose the right answer, and you revised 3 other concepts because you have taught yourself that, oh, this is incorrect because of this concept. This is incorrect because of this concept. Now, I'm going to give you a very simple example. I'm not sure how many of you are doing TX. I'm not sure how many of you are at the knowledge level, the skill level, the professional level, how many of you are actually doing ACCA or another subject. So I'm choosing something very generic like double entry, okay? Let's say you're given a question on financial reporting and the reason why there can be maybe a credit entry of like 200 on a suspense account. What is a possible reason? What can be a possible reason for having a credit entry on a suspense account of 200? I'm literally doing this in my head as I'm making this video with you, okay? So bear with me. A credit entry on a suspense account means that the debits were 200 more than the credits. So let's say that we have debited purchases 200 more. So we had purchases of 200, but we debited it 2 times. That means that, okay, 2 purchases were debited 200 again, and credited cash only 200. So my debits were 200 more than credits, and my suspense had 200 in it. Now that's my answer. But let's say we were given other answers like an entry was omitted entirely from my trial balance. Omissions do not affect the trial balance. So write that down. Omissions don't affect the trial balance. You have revised a concept over there. Let's say that we have said, maybe they've told you that a sale of 500 was omitted from the sales record but was recorded in cash. Well, if it's omitted from the sales records, that means that credits are actually lower than debits in this situation. And in my situation, debits were more than credits. So write that down, right? You're revising so many concepts when you're just writing down the answers to the incorrect options as to why they are incorrect. This applies through every MCQ that you're doing. Choose the right option, write down why it's the right option, but for the incorrect options also write down why they are incorrect. Now, how are you going to include this in your revision notes? Just make an explanation for yourself. Usually the explanations in the actual exam answers are pretty shitty. They're just like one-liners or anywhere. Like I never like explanations from whatever publisher you're using, because I always find that the explanations are much more complicated than they need to be. They're just unnecessary. Write out your own explanation. You will learn so well. You will have it so solidified in your mind that you'll get through the exam so perfectly. So this is my little study tip for the day. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe, and hit on that notification button. Until next time, you guys. Oh, and one more thing. I know this is a bit of a night dress panda rainbow suit that I'm wearing. And I know that my last video was on being professional in interviews and wearing professional clothes. This is not because this is my choice. My children have matching night suits and my son has forced me to wear this because I'm working from home today. So this is the reason. It is not because I do not want to be professional. Bye, guys.